It's totally about to go down. I've been waiting 31 years to expose this lady.
Santa Claus, do you ever come to forget
You guys
your
like my glass? I don't know if it's gonna focus. It's got an S on it. It's my mug. All right, here we have it. Um, we're trying out some new things, so lighting may be different, sound may be different. We're just trying to get better. That's what living is about. It's always progressing. And I'm about to progress to forgiveness as I deal with the 8 things my mother told me that were complete lies as a child. Now, when I did these, I was like, how am I going to put them in order? Because, I was like, do I go from like the bottom all the way up to the most ridiculous thing? But the truth is, they're all ridiculous. Every last one of these are completely ridiculous. And I believe them. I completely believe them, you guys. So we're going to get started. I wrote them down so I wouldn't be off in Africa somewhere. Y'all still on the lands of Miami and I'm out there in the middle of nowhere. Because then you would have not even watched. And watch to the end. It's going to be a long video, but I have a point. Watch to the end. Alrighty, as we get started. That's not going to work. Get some lotion. Because then y'all going to come for me over my ashy hands. So, top 10 lies my mother told me as a child. Number 1, and you probably figured this out from the theme music, Santa Claus don't come to the hood. This is probably the most ridiculous lie that she ever told me. Like, and I truly believed it, and I was salty about it for like a long time. So when I was like 7 or 8, I just started noticing that none of our presents ever came from Santa. It was always like mom or other people if they gave them to us. And I was like, how come we don't never get no presents from Santa? Like, I'm pretty sure I left them cookies out. I made ate 2 of them, but I'm pretty sure I left them suckers out. And when I woke up, they was gone. Where's Santa? So then one day, I got up enough courage to ask my mother, mostly because I saw her bring bites in when Christmas Eve when I was supposed to be asleep, but I was waiting on her to get home. And so, of course, I was like, Mom, got a question. How come Santa don't ever come to our house? Why he don't ever come to our house, man? He come to my friend's house. Why he don't come to our house? And this is what my mother said with the most straight face ever. She did not even flinch, you guys. She was like, girl, Santa Claus don't come to the hood. Now, at this point, I was just now learning what the hood is and that, like, I was part of the hood community, which is cool because only us know what it's like to be a part of the hood community. And, so I was like, what do you mean? Santa don't come to the hood, honey. So I was like, that's kind of sad. She was like, it's okay, though. That's why I take care of you. You don't need Santa. You got me. So then I would go to school and all the little kids would be like saying what they got from Santa and when he came and they saw reindeer and they had like sand and dust. Y'all go to the extreme. These elf on the shelves is on a whole nother level. I may dress up as an elf on the shelf next year for Christmas. Who want to see me be an elf on the shelf? It was crazy though. So I believed for a long time that Santa didn't come to the hood. And if I would have really looked around, it's not that he didn't come to the hood because like my friends down the street, Santa would come to their house. So why he didn't come to our house? I was salty. Whatever. So number 1 lie. Number 2, and this one broke my heart, you guys. It broke my heart so hard. I was devastated. I was salty. I was like, man, I want a remake. I want a remake. So when I was in 2nd grade, the Girl Scouts, I want to cry right now. The Girl Scouts came to our school. You guys, I will never forget it. It was in that big auditorium. If you went to the school I went to, and you'll know if you did, remember at the elementary school where the 7th graders were, and there's that big auditorium in there? Okay, so we all gathered in the auditorium. There was like the Girl Scouts was coming. I was like, what is the Girl Scouts, man? This sounds fun. So they came in. They had their badges on. They had their little green outfits and their skirts and their hats, and they had the cookies and everything, and they was giving their presentation and telling all the things they did and how you get these badges and they do all these adventures. And I was like, yes, this is what I want to do because I didn't play with toys, you guys. Like, they weren't real. And so I wasn't on it. I was like, these ain't real. You mean I got to work to make them live? So Girl Scouts was right down my alley. I was like, yes, man, I want to be a Girl Scout. I want them badges and them cookies. So I knew that there was a slight possibility that this was not going to happen. But you know what? I was keeping the faith hard because I had never wanted something so bad. I wanted to be a Girl Scout so bad. So I took the packet. That's all I could think about that day. I remember I was like, I cannot wait till 3 o'clock. I cannot wait till I get home. I can't wait till I see my mother. All knowing that there is a slight possibility. And that's not even a slight. There was a good possibility she was going to say no. But so I remember like getting home and trying to decide how I was going to tell her, like what was my best chance of her even considering this. Because that's all I needed. I was like, she'll give this a consideration. We are somewhere. So she gets home, I get up the courage. I was like, Mommy, the Girl Scouts came to our school today. And she was like, I was like, okay, not a good start. But I was like, well, Mommy, I want to do Girl Scouts. I want to be a Girl Scout. And she was like, girl, baby, black girls don't do Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts is not for black people. What you mean Girl Scouts ain't for black people? They didn't say, okay, only the white people can do it. They was like, everybody, if you're a female, you can be a Girl Scout. Like, they was excited. And she was like, have you seen a black Girl Scout before? And when I thought about it, I really had. And I was like, so I don't live in the right place for Santa Claus. And I ain't the right color for Girl Scouts. I was devastated. I was like, this is not okay, man. I want a remake. So I don't know. It took a minute to get over that. And every time I would hear the kids, because, you know, they went home and told their parents, and their parents was like, well, yes, of course you could be a Girl Scout. So they come back to school talking. They was turning their forms in there, and I was just sitting there looking ugly, like salty. I was like, man, forget Girl Scouts. So I'll find something else. One year I went to the Christmas parade, like, and it, you know, the floats and everything. And I was at the Christmas parade. I saw the little girls coming down the street. They were in their little pants and their cute little shirts with their names on them. They had their bows and they had their batons and they were twirling. Some of them was twirling. Most of them was just dropping stuff in the street. And immediately I was like, this is something I can do. If all I gotta do is throw a stick in the air and pick it up off the ground, and I get to march in the parade, because I always wanted to be in the parade. I was like, oh yes. So my mother was not there at the parade with me that night. So of course I went home. And at this point I'm like, I'm already 2 for 2 down. Like, we'll try again. So I was like, Mommy, I went to the parade tonight. She was like, did you like it? I was like, yes. I was like, so the parade was going on, and then the little girls came down, and they was in their outfits, and they was twirling, Mommy. They was twirling these batons in the air. And I was like, I want to twirl, Mommy. I want to twirl. Like, can I please twirl? Like, please let me. And it was a girl from down the street out there, so I know that this is possible. So she looked at me dead in my face and she was like, girl, you are too clumsy to twirl. She was like, you gonna get out there, you gonna hit somebody in the head, you gonna cause up traffic, I'm gonna get sued, now we gotta pay for this. You can't twirl, baby. She was like, you ran into the wall last week. You're too clumsy. You can't twirl. So I was like, but Mama, like, they're not that good either. She was like, no, you're a liability, and I am a liability. I'm in a whole nother thing when you're older. She was like, you a liability. You can't twirl. So I was like, oh, whatever. I didn't even try to fight that one. Number 4. This one was bad. This is where I was like, I quit. Like, I completely quit. So when I was in 4th grade, I did what every little girl wants to do at some point. I wanted to be a cheerleader. I wanted to be on the midget blue, major blue, whatever. I wanted the outfit. I wanted to do the homecoming thing. I wanted to do this so bad. So here we are again, standing in front of my mother. I was like, Mommy, I want to cheer. I ain't even like try to. I was just like, I want to cheer. All the kids at the daycare cheer. All the kids, all my friends cheer. I was like, I know that hood kids cheer because all my friends down the street cheer and they're on a football and they're my color and I want to cheer. And she looked at me dead in her face. She didn't smile. She was like, you ain't never gonna fit them outfits? I was like, what? Not that I was absurd that she would say that, but I just could not believe yet again. Here I am being disqualified for something that I did not even know I was supposed to qualify for. Obviously, you got to be a certain size for the cheerleading outfits. That's a lie because I found out that they make them to you when you're that age. And even everybody, they make them to them. She straight told me, she was like, that is for skinny girls and you are not a skinny girl. I was like, oh gosh. That year, I found out about body image. And it was from a teacher. And I am not going to expose this teacher. But honey, third grade was not life. Yet again, I walked away highly disappointed. Another disclaimer. Again, my mother's not a bad person, honey. She was trying. She was just trying. Now I live in the wrong location for Santa. Not the right color for Girl Scouts. I'm not coordinated enough for twirling. And I ain't the right size to cheer. What can I do? Like, what can I do? What can I do? I'm confused because, honey, everything I thought I could do, I can't do. So, what can I do? That's where I spent the rest of my life trying to fit. What can you do? Mommy, you know I love you. Told you I was going to expose you. This is me doing what I can do. So you should have signed me up for something because this is what I can do. I can talk. So I was in the store one day and Lunchables had just came out. I was so excited. I was like, dude, they got them in the yellow boxes. All the kids are eating Lunchables. It's like a cool lunch on the go. Like the sandwich and the Fritos that your mom sticks in there with that stale cookie. My mother didn't make our lunch, but no, these was cool. They came with a drink and like all the kids were eating it. I was like, yes, honey, wait till the 16th. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to have a Lunchable too. Everybody get Lunchables. So we was, this is ridiculous. So we were in the store or whatever, and I was like, Mommy, I want a Lunchable. I never had one before, and all the kids said that they're good. I want one. And she didn't even turn around because, you know, she pushing the buggy. She got her list. She on a mission. She got to feed 3 kids for the month. So she wasn't even listening. She was like, babe, Lunchables are for rich people. I was like, You mean at $2.35 at the time that Lunchables was? Straight up. This is probably the most absurd thing. So I was like, now I'm too poor for Lunchables? I can't do nothing? And y'all want to wonder why I'm crazy? These were true stories. I was like, whatever. I guess I'll keep eating on bologna sandwiches. This one was just pure mean. Like, I don't even know why she would ever do this to me. This was pure mean. So, when I was 11, so we moved out of the hood when I was about 10 or 11 in that transition, and we moved out to the country. One day, me and my brother had got out of school, and and we heard something crying in the backyard, like just like crying, and I was like, what is that? And so we went outside and he was like, it's this puppy right here, this puppy. Like basically the neighbors' puppies with their dogs had traveled through, and they basically had to travel through our property in order to get to the woods, and they're hound dogs, so they were just doing their job, I guess. And what happened is the babies trailed the mama because the mama had just had these babies. And most of them, I'm assuming, made it back home. I think Spot did not. That ended up being our dog. But what happened was my brother was like, there's the dogs. There's the dog. Like, what we gonna do? I was like, oh, he got lost. And I was like, oh, mama gonna kill us. But I was like, we can't leave him. So we get him. And he was like, what we gonna do with my mom? I was like, I'll figure it out. So we bring him in or whatever, and I'm like, oh dear, how are we gonna explain this? So I called my mother. My mother was at work, and I was like, Mommy, it's this dog. It got lost and need our help. We brought him in. She was like, get that dog. I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, so I was like, I think if she see him, she'll let us keep him. So like we was just gonna chill with him till she got home. She got home at 6 o'clock. So she came in and I was like, Mommy, we couldn't just leave him. Like, he was outside. He got separated from his mama. She looking at him. She telling him to get out of her house. Like, he understands. He's just sitting up there looking at her crying. Like, just, I ain't going nowhere, man. I don't know where my mother is. I don't know where I'm at. Like, he was just crying. And you could, like, watch her. Like, she went from, did y'all feed him? We was like, well, we tried. Well, what is he gonna eat tomorrow? I was like, I don't know. I'm 11 years old. Well, now I gotta go to the store and get him food. I gotta feed Joy and him. Like, if you want to keep him, you do. So we ended up keeping him. He was our first animal. Thank you, God, for sending us our first animal, because, you know, she was not gonna do it, not on her own. But she loves animals. Right now, we have 1, 2, 4, 5. We have 6 animals, dogs at our house, and a cat. Which 4 of them are puppies, 2 of them they're keeping. So I'm gonna show you guys those because I want to get them in great homes. They are both, mama's a mixed lab, daddy's a mixed lab. They're both black. Both the puppies are blonde. The other ones are black. And, well, no. One of the puppies that are going away, that I'm giving away, is blonde, and the other one is black. So, yeah. But anyway, here's what happened. My mother got highly attached to Spot. That's what we named him. That was her baby. She would feed him potato chips and bologna just like she would eat potato chips and bologna. Here's the deal, and do not come for us, y'all. We was trying. Eventually, he got worms really bad, and then we had to take him, and yeah, it was bad. I was 11. It was bad. That was probably one of the most traumatic things ever. You think my mother was sympathetic? No! She was going to, like, do whatever it took to, but the vet was like, listen, you're going to be putting out money that may not be worth it. So, we had to let him go. It was sad. It was very sad. I cried forever and ever. Well, we get back home or whatever, and Mommy was like, don't come for her, y'all. She has repented. She was like, baby, you'll see him again. I was like, yeah, like on All Dogs Go to Heaven. She was like, no, when you take a bath tonight. Explain what you mean when I take a bath tonight. Because, you know, I saw Pet Cemetery. That's what I thought it meant. Yes, I saw Pet Cemetery like 6 years old. Do not watch that. Do not let your children watch that. No. I was like, Mommy, what do you mean? She was like, yeah, well, you know, once they die, they make soap out of them. And then you'll be bathing with him. And she thought this was funny. I had a complete meltdown. Like, I was like, oh, no, go get my dog. We'll bury him. They're not turning him into soap. Like, I was like hysterical. She was like, no, it's not true. I was like, you're lying. You're completely lying. It's not true. You are lying, man. I was messed up. Don't come for me on why I am the way I am. Come for her. So, I think this was the year Easy Bake Ovens came out. This hat. My hair's too big for it, but we're gonna wear it anyway. Easy Bake Ovens came out this year. I saw it on TV. I was like, yes, I need that Easy Bake Oven. Now, granted, I got my Easy Bake Oven, so that's not the part. I got it. So, Mommy, she was, what do you want for Christmas? A Easy Bake Oven. Like, that was the coolest thing. You mean to tell me that I can, like, make my own cakes, eat my own cakes, decorate my own cakes, and, like, anytime I want to? I can just be eating cakes all the time when I get out of school. I was stoked. So I made sure she understood. I don't care if you get me nothing else. Don't be buying me no toys. I don't play with toys. You buy me that Easy Bake Oven, honey, because I need it. So sure enough, Christmas rolled around. I opened my present and it's my Easy Bake Oven. And I was so excited, y'all. I was like, there is life. I finally got something that I really wanted. As far as these 10 things. So I was so excited. I was like, man, yes. Like, when can we make our, like, when can I cook my cakes? And Mommy was like, oh, these are for special occasions. You guys, I use my Easy Bake Oven 5 times maybe out of the years that I had it. 5 maybe. And this is a Connie thing. Let me tell you why. Because mommy be like buying stuff and just sitting it up for whenever she need it. I didn't get the Easy Bake Oven for special occasions. I got it so that I could cook me cakes every day when I got out of school and eat it. And she was dead serious. Like, I could not touch that Easy Bake Oven unless she was there and it was a special occasion and we got to use it. And eventually I was like, I'm over this. Hey, brother, come here. Because whenever we wanted to, like, do something, but we didn't want to get in trouble for it, and don't come for me because you all know you've done the same thing to your siblings. We're like, come here, brother. I'm like, you're not supposed to be playing with that. Remember when you snuck in here at 2 o'clock in the morning and ate all of the Debbie's? Nobody told on you. So yes, I may have used it 5 times. Like, I was like, I don't even need an Easy Bake Oven. Like, it wrecks my whole soul. So again, don't be wondering what's wrong with me. You go find Connie. We're not even gonna get on the Tooth Fairy. I have a vendetta against the Tooth Fairy because here's the deal. When my teeth fell out, the Tooth Fairy was not around at all. He didn't come. But when my brother's teeth fell out, Tooth Fairy was all over his pillow in bed, sparkling dust and notes. And I'm like, what did I do to the Tooth Fairy? Why the Tooth Fairy didn't reward me for losing teeth? Again, she know I'm telling all these stories, but I'm getting her back. When I got older, I actually asked her, I was like, Mommy, why did you tell me all them things? Because you knew they wasn't true. And she just was honest about it. She said, baby, it's not that I didn't want you to do any of those things. It's not that I didn't think you could do any of those things. She was like, we didn't have transportation at the time. Like, my mother has never drove. So, like, we were the first drivers in the family. All of us drive now. And all of us have vehicles now. But then there was nothing. She was a single mom who worked 7 days a week without, like, and didn't have transportation. And I was like, why didn't you just say that? Because you had me walking around thinking that, like, I couldn't do anything, that all my circumstances were gonna be the one thing that held me back, when all you had to say is like, hey, we don't have transportation right now, but if we can figure this out, then I would love for you to do these things. And as I got older, let me tell you something. If there is one person that is going to be on my side, now, she ain't gonna understand what I'm doing, and it's gonna take her for a minute to get on board, because her first reaction is gonna be like, what is you doing? No, that don't even make sense. Because my mom's a realist, because my mom was a single parent, because she's just the OG. So she all about that solid life. Like, she wants things that are solid. And we are completely different. She's the one that stayed at the job for like 20 plus years. She's the one that's business minded, street minded. That's her. Me, I'm like, I wanna start a YouTube channel and like make t-shirts. And but she's always been there. I mean, no matter what I did. And here's what I want to say though. It is all in fun, and this was supposed to be a really cool and fun video, but I'm gonna talk to parents or anyone right now. That really affected and kind of shaped how I viewed myself, because I was like, this world is very circumstantial, and if you don't come from the right place, if you're not the right size, if you're not the right color, if you don't have the right money, if you don't have the right parents, then you don't get to the same opportunities as other people in this life. And if she would have just been like, it's because we don't have a car, but we may, you know, we'll look at it in the future, I could have understood that, because then I would have been like, oh, it has nothing to do with who I am as a person. It's more so just a situation. And you can overcome situations, man. You can make situations work. You can change the layout of situations. But as a person, you're that person. And so if if you're telling me that you're either are or you're not, and if you are, you can, and if you're not, you're not, then it starts shaping how we view ourselves as people. Now, I made it out. I'm very confident in myself, probably too confident sometimes, but I still had a struggle with that. I still went to school knowing that, you know what, I'm just not good enough today, so just get through it. And I don't want us to do that. I don't want us to go around telling people that they're not because they don't have the right things, that they'll never be able to come up or make it in this life, because that's not true. You can overcome anything. Um, so just be careful what you're pouring into people, because you think it's nothing, it's no big deal, especially children. You guys, children are so impressionable. Like, you can tell them anything. You could tell them that the sky is purple and they clearly know that it's blue, but because you told them the sky is purple, they grow up believing the sky is purple. And so then when they get in the world and people are like, the sky is blue, they're like, no, it's purple. How you think they make them feel? They start questioning everything they've ever heard. So let's just not do that. Like, let's just be careful what we're pouring into people, into ourselves, into people around us, into children, into life. Like, we want to pour life. We want to just live our best life possible. And we want to do what that takes. And that's what we want to promote. That's what we want to publicize. You can do anything, girl. You may live in the wrong place, but honey, one day you won't. You may feel like you're the wrong color, but somebody got to be different. You may not have the same body type, but it's gonna be okay. So let's just live positive, you guys, and pour positivity into people. This is why I made this video. It was funny, but I want us to understand, like, let's spread positivity, let's spread encouragement, let's spread drive, let's spread these types of things. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you made it to the end. I really do. And I hope you understand what I was saying. And please understand, I love my mom.